Good morning, fellow debt slayers. It's Stephen with Debt Free Results. It's Wednesday, September 17th, around 11:30 in the morning. And I wanted to talk to you about a dual income family and how you attack debt with a dual income family. And as you know, I've talked about how addressing debt, attacking debt, is a mental versus a physical approach to addressing debt. And whether you're a single income family or a dual income family, you know that you have to change your lifestyle. You have to cut back on your spending and your spending habits. And so a lot of times people, not everybody, but a lot of times people will live a certain lifestyle to try to impress their neighbors or their friends or people they don't know. And what we have to do is, instead of trying to impress the Joneses, your neighbors, the Joneses, you have to cut back on your lifestyle, because the people that you're trying to impress, the Joneses, well, they're broke and they're in debt up to their neck. And so trying to show off or live a certain lifestyle that you can't afford is going to come back and haunt you. And it is in reference to debt. So today I wanted to talk about a dual income, addressing debt, how I would approach this, and talk to you about the mental part compared to the physical. So here we go. So you have, in this exercise, I have a husband and wife making $75,000 a year, both of them. So, and this is all going to just be gross numbers. This is not going to be net after taxes. So each the husband and wife makes $75,000 combined. That's $150,000 a year. Before taxes, you're looking at a monthly income of $6,250. If you were my client and you had a lot of debt, number one, I would sit down and talk to you about how the Joneses are in debt more than you are, and that trying to impress people outside of your household is just a society. And then we talk about the mental part of it compared to the physical part of it. But in this exercise, just follow where I'm going on this and tell me if you agree with this or not. Down below in the comments, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here, but also give me some feedback on whether you think that my opinion and my approach is the right way to go. What I don't want is for my fellow debt slayers to fall off their journey, to stop paying debt because of the fact that they didn't reach their goals. Some people would say jump in 100% and go from where you are to X. I would rather have you learn from the approach in a methodical, gradual process, so that you see the results and see the wins in your journey. So in this case, both the husband and the wife, or the wife and the husband, make $75,000. They take home $6,250 a month. That is a total of $12,500 before taxes. What I would suggest that this couple would do is take half of one of the incomes. In this case, I just pulled it from the husband's, and that would be $3,125. And I would take half of that $6,250 and live off of the 75 and the 31, which would bring you to about $112,500. But that would be a monthly lifestyle of $93.75. I would take the other $3,125, the $3,125, and in the debt snowball, I would throw this amount of money towards debt. And if you think about it, at the end of a year, that would be $37,500 thrown towards debt. And so it can be done. I know it can be. I've seen it done. But in this exercise, what I'm suggesting is that going from the lifestyle that you lived before on $150,000, that you live off of, in this case, her income and half of his as a gradual approach, and take half of his monthly income and throw it towards debt over the next month or two, so that they would get used to living on a less income lifestyle. Then the end goal would be live off of one income. I don't care which one, because they're the same in this exercise, but you live off of one income and throw the other income towards debt. And it can be done. Now, this example can be done. The numbers may be different, but the process is the same, and the results are that you become debt-free. So, it's a phased approach where it wouldn't be as stressful living off of $6,200 when you used to live on $12,500. So, you do this process for a couple of months to get from your lifestyle that's up here down to here, and then your end goal would be to live off of the $75,000, pay off all your debt, and then I would recommend that this couple would take that $6,250 a month and put that into savings. And at the end of the year, you would have $75,000 in savings, zero debt, because we would have already paid off that debt, and that income stress process would be minimized because of the fact that all the debt is paid off. Now, I'm not saying that this would happen in a month or a year, but this process would work in your situation if you had a dual income. And it doesn't, for this exercise, I'm just making it 50-50, 75 and 75. It might be different. The numbers might be different. It doesn't matter. The process still is the same. Live off of one income, 1.5 income for a couple of months, again, getting the tier down, and then throwing that other half towards debt. And then over time, take one income and throw it all towards debt and live off of one income. It's a staged approach. It's very aggressive. It can be done because I've seen it done. And I just wanted to show you how to attack debt on a dual income in a phased approach. So I hope you found this helpful. If you do like the content, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to this program down below or our page below. If you have any questions, ask away. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. I know this works, and I know that there are other ways to do it, but this phased approach helps the family be able to adjust their income and their lifestyle from uncontrollable to something that is controllable, to something that is really controllable, meaning that you're living on one income and paying your debt on the other. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you. God bless your family. And if you have any questions, send an email to Steven@debtfreeresults.com. Like us on this page. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to us. Follow us. Share this information, please, because I can only get this information out through my debt slayers like you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.